It's been 6 months since Mayfield, Kentucky was hit by a deadly EF4 tornado. They're looking toward the future now, but not forgetting where they've come from. My co-anchor Julie Williams is in Mayfield tonight, live. Julie, what's it like being back there now?
Yeah, Brandon, to my left is Mr. Andreessen's future home where he and his family will move in next Saturday, June 18th. So we're on 5th Street here in Mayfield. And what I really want to do is have Paul and I kind of walk you through what we're seeing, because what's interesting here in Mayfield is that some homes will be totally untouched, and then the next home could be, a pile of rubble. So the path that this tornado took, the effect that it had here in Mayfield is really astounding. And what's kind of wild, if I'm being honest, for me to think about is that this was a weather event. Wind did this to this city. So there are piles still left over from cleanup processes. A lot has been cleaned up. I was mentioning earlier, the city feels a little bit bare as compared to when we were down here right after December 10th, 6 months ago already. Believe it or not, it feels like a long time, but it also feels like kind of just the blink of an eye. So a lot of the rubble, the destruction that was left over has been cleared out. So you kind of drive into town and it looks a little bit bare. And then we have, buildings here. Again, this is on 5th Street in Mayfield. And the 6-month mark is not lost on this city. Governor Beshear was actually here this morning for a home dedication. 3 new homes went up for Mayfield families who lost their homes in that tornado. And he also mentioned, folks, that $15 million is going to the Mayfield Electric and Water Company, because he pointed out the utilities have to keep running. When we were here right after that tornado, the city did not have power. It would get dark and the whole city was dark, no street lights or anything like that. So the utility companies have been really working around the clock too. And Governor Beshear also said more than $90 million has been raised for relief efforts, just, collective fundraising. So that is really just a staggering number. And again, just kind of want to walk you through, street level view of what we're seeing. But what's also interesting too is hearing those numbers, 15 million, 90 million. A lot of folks that I've talked to say they feel like they haven't seen a lot of that money going to use. And I don't want to discredit any of the work that's being done here, but some of the folks, who have reached out to me say we don't see it. I haven't gotten any of it. So the relief efforts that I've talked to say, it is coming. It is not a simple process. And something else, too, I want to point out, Paul and I have been down here in Mayfield all day, and we were stopped by a young woman who told me tonight the Purchase Players, the theater group, is having its first show in their new theater. They were in it the night of December 10th. They were getting those warnings to get out and get to safety. And tonight they are performing The Jungle Book in that brand new theater for the first time. So a lot still needs to be done, but a lot has been done, and we don't want to discredit those efforts. So it is a hot evening here in Mayfield. We've got a story coming up about one of those brand new homes and the family who moved into it. They're just a block over, so we're headed over there. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you all in the studio.